I'm not giving up on this album. I'll never give up. Starting to all guys, so thank you so much guys for watching, and you know the saying, arrivederci tutti, hasta la vista baby, and kia kaha, stay sharp!
But wait, there's more.
Yo, welcome to the Smoggy Show. Today I'm going to tell you a story about me. I would like to make a shout out to Unit 47. I'd like to welcome you to the calm storm and the Smoggy Show. Yeah.
It was a stormy night on the 20th of 11th, 1993. Mom struggled to give birth to me, who knew what my life was set out to be. But unfortunately, she has given me a name that has cursed me. Continuously give a bad name to my family. Only 11 years old, getting kicked out of primary. I didn't know what to do, wishing that I lived life in somebody else's shoes. But it's only thought of happiness and blues, and it feels like I got too many screws loose. Perhaps we catch a plane in Japan with no parachute. Don't give me loot, cause got my own, so don't try to disown somebody bad to the bone, no matter what color or tone. Yeah. Chapter 2, about the time we decided to start anew. Me and my dad insists, gonna be plane and flew to a place I knew, running away from the blues. Leaving friends and family was the hardest to do. Sometimes I wonder why we even had to go. It's almost as flat, just a big soap opera show. While I look up at the sky, watching flaming roses, standing so slow, thinking back to the days when genius arose. There's a lot I need to dispose before I take it straight in a row. And as the river flows, I tell you my story. If guts is all it takes, and have all my glory. This is the part of the story when things get wild, at the dark stages of a broken down child. As I slip into the drug world, spending money and pals. My name is always coming up in criminal files. Living life on a government scheme. While I live my life jumping over the obstacles, I go on a trip till my eyes see the optical. When it gets to the point where it feels impossible, I just think about the future, make it sound so logical. I pray that the weather will always be subtropical. When I spit my rhymes and split the single molecules, I think I need to separate the point from the optional. I gotta make this melody rhyme and sing it from my heart and make this melody shine. Never let it go, or will always be mine. At the end of the day, everything will be fine. And when I wake, my life will flourish like spring vines. And when I wake, my life will flourish. And when I wake, yeah, my melody will flourish like spring vines, like spring vines. But I gotta live my life, keep going and keep flowing and keep going and keep showing these people what I can do. Cause I'm flowing, I'm freestyling right now, and I don't really care, cause I'm gonna go cat pow. When I do it, I'm rolling over the hood. I can do it, yeah, I know it's always gonna be good, and you can see it, yeah, and that's how it should, and it could. That's one word for it. Thank you.
The story starts back in South Africa when I was a little kid, and I was like 9 years old probably, or like 8 years old, and I remember when I used to like to play around on Windows Movie Maker, and yeah, so well, that's how I pretty much started getting into video editing when I was a kid. And I would use like the sample pictures and stuff on like Windows, you know, like the Windows sample pictures and stuff. And what I basically would do is just like make some random ass like videos, and sort of learned how to like edit and like cut the videos and do like the flashy stuff, you know, and things like that, and basically just made little movies and that. So that's how I started getting into like making movies when I was a little kid, so that was pretty cool. And so yeah, but didn't really get much of a chance to do it much because my dad, he would get very like angry at me because I'd take up space on the computer making these random videos, and he was wondering what the hell was going on here and why am I making these random videos, and kind of used to get into big trouble when I used to make these videos as a kid. But yeah, just wanted to have some fun, you know. Otherwise, what else? Basically, so I pretty much had to resort to playing 3D Space Pinball on Windows, you know, the classic. I think I got like 3 million high score on that. Like, yeah, so we'll be getting into, this is pretty much part of the SmoogTV story, but this is going way back, so I thought I might go way back into the past and basically do it SmoogTV styles for you guys. This is basically how I started SmoogTV, was basically talking to a camera in my bedroom, and so yeah, so basically, but that's gonna be part of the story as it goes along. But yeah, so I moved to New Zealand, and then so basically, yeah, so after moving to New Zealand, we moved here for a better life. So my dad basically, yeah, so, but that's a whole another story on its own, so I'm gonna skip a whole lot. So I might as well skip till let's say about high school, so about year 9. So year 9 wasn't probably the greatest year for me. It was pretty good because, well, I was actually one of the naughtiest students in the school. Basically, the point I want to try to get to is that, like, I was really naughty and stuff, and basically I had to study in that. So but I wanted to tell you what were like my main subjects, which was like the ones I was like the best at, was te reo Māori, music, art, obviously, not really gym, because I kind of hated my gym teacher, but not that I hated her, I just disliked her. And yeah, so those are like my main, graphics, yeah, so those are like my main subjects. But then the best subject that I was really good at was social studies. So social studies was probably like the best for me because I came third in my whole class, in my social studies class. And when I went to Edgewater College, and so I was actually in like the third least smartest class, so like the third lowest class. And then when I went into year 10, I was in the third smartest class. So basically, yeah, so that proved that. But the only reason why that happened was because I got in so much trouble at school. I had to study outside the deputy principal's office. I wasn't allowed any lunch breaks or morning teas, and I had to study every single day. Actually, sorry, wasn't. I was allowed lunch breaks and morning teas, but I wasn't allowed in class. That's right. I wasn't allowed in class. I had to study all day, every day. So basically, when I went into year 10, I was in the third smartest class, just because I passed social studies and that was my best subject. I even passed science. I got achieved for subject, and I got merit for social studies, and not achieved for maths. Maths was my worst subject, by the way, so you know, maths was my worst subject. But music, though, that's where I want to get into. Music was my thing. I've loved music ever since I was a kid. And when I was in primary, I probably forgot to mention that I was in the choir. So in year 10 was the year that I actually got kicked out of school. So unfortunately, that's like pretty sucky, but well, it's not actually supposed to be part of the story, but it kind of is. So I'm gonna try to tell you as much of the story that fits in with SmoogTV. So let's talk more about editing videos. So when I was about 14 years old, I remember starting a little YouTube channel, and I used to like get into graffiti and stuff, and I was a little bit of a rebel or wannabe, whatever you want to call it, and I used to go around scribbling on walls and basically making a whole bloody mess of the place, you know. So I remember making this video on YouTube, and I was trying to like stop graffiti, or like, you know, trying to make it, you know, more in a like artistic kind of sense, you know, like more of an art form than, you know, people, I know it's like more of an expression kind of thing, but also like trying to make it so people don't go around making the place look ugly and actually make the place look more beautiful. But yeah, I was quite amateur, like I'm still an amateur, like I'm not that great at filming, but you know, I try. So I made this video, and posted on YouTube. I used heaps of like Google Images and stuff. So yeah, the video, and I used the Eminem song as well, so it was like copyrighted to the max. I think I made 2 videos. One got taken down. The other one's still up there at the moment. It's got like 500 views or something, but that was like 18 years ago now, like years and years ago. Like this was back in like 2007. I'm talking like this was ages ago. So like yeah, I think it was probably around after I got kicked out of school, around that time. So yeah, then I got kicked out of Edgewater, and so yeah, so I had to basically do heaps of alternative education, and that's when I got into rapping and stuff. And so this is when I started the Smoogie show, and I was the Smoogie Master. So basically what I used to do was basically if you saw at the start of this movie, there was a part where you see I'm doing like a performance. So that was actually in Papakura back in like 2019. But I basically started with the Smoggy intro, and then went on from there. And my raps weren't that great, you know, like they were actually pretty sucky, you know. But you know, at least I gave it a go. And yeah, that was around the time, so yeah, when I was getting into that. So I guess that was like around the time where I started getting really interested in video editing and stuff. Like I've always have been interested in it, but it was around then. So I'm gonna try and make this story as short and sweet as I can for you guys, because this is really hard. It's such a long story, man, to tell. So try and make it as short as sweet. So I'm gonna skip on. I have to skip all the way. I'm gonna skip to. So I'm skipping all the way to 2019. 2019, man, there's a lot of years to skip, and well, I bet basically there was a lot of years where I actually stopped. I made a few YouTube channels and that, and they haven't really, you know, never really made it. And a lot of it was, you know, I swore a lot too much and stuff, so I didn't make videos for quite a few years, so I had to skip so much years. But what I wanted to talk about was so 2019 is getting pretty close to, you know, what's going to happen very soon on this year, at the end of the year. So so this is when I was first started writing my first EP, and that's like the songs, that's the Smog Lord EP, and that's where I changed from Smoggy Monster to Smog Lord. And that's when I released my EP in 2019, and it had tracks such as Ain't Got Time for That, She Is Free, which was my mom's song, The Days, and as well as Journey to Heaven. Unfortunately, Journey to Heaven was like not, I just like used that beat off YouTube, and I don't really own it. So basically I've been wanting to like get that taken down, that EP, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna leave it up there and see how it goes. But yeah, so that's basically the story so far, and that's pretty much the intro story of SmoogTV. But this was way before I even started SmoogTV. And so 2019 was crazy. I remember when 2019 I was working at the Mad Butcher Glen Innes at the time, and so I remember basically the day when I remember when they were talking a lot about the coronavirus and stuff, and didn't think much about it, to be honest. I thought it was like a big hoax. So it was just crazy to think, and I never ever thought that it would come to New Zealand or was gonna become that bad. And so it was around December 2019, I forgot the exact date, I don't know if I really want to remember that date. And yep, so basically that was the day that we pretty much went into lockdown. So yeah, 2020, one crazy year that was, man. And I understand, like, if you're thinking right now, like, man, what if you actually still tuned in to this, and you're probably thinking like, why is this guy like hard out talking about 2020, like saying like, no one wants to talk about COVID and stuff anymore, and I do understand that, but yeah, like, it's not like, yes, we should just leave it in the past year, but I guess it's the reason why actually I could have just skipped like this whole part of the story, but it's actually like this is actually like the main part of the story, because this is a part of the story, like, well, while I tell the story about 2020, you'll figure out where it ties in with the story of SmoogTV. From my point of view, in 2020, I can tell you how it happened. I think I remember now, like, I can't remember like when exactly like the first lockdown was, but I remember that same day, like when I was saying, I don't know if it was back in 2019, but like or if it was like in 2020, but that I remember that day, like, sirens happened, like, I think a lot of people were quite paranoid in that, and like I was like pretty like paranoid too, like I grabbed like my jaws and I bloody barricaded my doors. And such an incredible year working at the Mad Butcher Glandinus, and so I probably won't tell you much of the story about 2020. Let's just say if you watch the COVID-19 movie, there's a lot more details about that, so I just figured out that. So I'm gonna just talk about SmoogTV. How does that tie into SmoogTV? So, well, at the time I haven't even thought about SmoogTV. I'm not too sure if it was 2020 or like before 2020 when I made the YouTube channel. It was just my personal YouTube channel, like I just used it to watch YouTube videos, and stuff like that. I never ever thought I would ever use this, and I've never ever thought that I'd ever be doing vlogs. I never even was thinking of doing vlogs at the time, but I remember at the time that's when TikTok and everything came out, and a lot of people were actually started doing a lot of vlogs and stuff, and yeah, like I did take an interest in vlogs, but and probably did have a couple thoughts there where I was keen on starting to do vlogs and stuff, but never really got around to doing it. And through 2020 is actually when I started writing the COVID-19 album. The first video I posted was me just singing. It was in 2022, yeah, and that was the first original video on that channel. It wasn't even called SmoogTV yet, I hadn't changed the name of it or anything. And I was just playing my guitar randomly, playing some random tune, like tone, singing that meme song where it's like, Omicron 2022. Yeah, probably not, you can go. I don't know if it's still there, probably put on private, but yeah, anyways, it was quite funny. It's pretty crack up. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Yeah, that's it. 2022 it was that year. That was my first vlog. 2022, man. Doesn't actually feel. That's crazy. Don't feel that long, man. Ago since actually it was quite a while ago. The thing about it, 2022, it's 2025, but far, man. That's a classic one. That first vlog, the birth, the birth of SmoogTV. That's how like. I don't even know if I call the channel, but that's like the first Stormy show. So yeah, that's how I started my vlogs, and I remember I had posted, that's why I started doing vlogs, was because I posted that I was a cut steep, and then made that vlog to, like basically announce the song or like talk about the song, and then that's how I started my vlogs pretty much. And I'd make a vlog like, hey yo, what's up guys, it's the Stormy show. I just wanted to tell you guys that I got a song coming out. Like, I just released the song on Spotify, or on DistroKid. I just released it, and it should be out in 2 weeks, guys. or you can watch it on my YouTube channel. It's actually out right now. You can and that's how I started my vlogs. And then next minute I was like started going for hikes and that. And so yeah, that's like how SmoogTV started like that back when I started those vlogs. And then I guess it just started evolving from there. Since and like the whole story pretty much became like about 2020 and like what I went through and like mental health, and knowing that I wasn't the only person who went through that and all been through it. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with my YouTube channel or whatever, but don't know what's gonna come of it, but who knows.
Kia ora whānau, SmoogTV, Smoog Lord here. Just wrapping up the year, 2022 man. It's the last day of the year, and this will be my last vlog of the year.
Yeah, I'd say the river overflowed last night as well.
What's up? I have a new subscriber. I want to welcome you to SmoogTV.
Yo, what's up everyone? It's day 28 of my Dry July challenge.
Yeah! I did it! Woo! I did it, guys. I did 14 Ks and I only did it in 2 hours. I walked all the way from Harlem Park to Mission Bay. Yeah! I did it for mental health. Look at this guy, bro. Join the mullet gang even. Yeah! How's it going, guys? Yeah.
Fast forward to 2025. This is kind of a bit of a harder one for me. You notice, like, if anyone's been like watching this or watching SmoogTV recently, and I haven't posted for a while, and you will notice that I deleted my last episode, or I took it down, or put it on private actually, just because of a certain reason. And I'm going to tell you why now. I actually took that video down, and it's just hard to say it. It's just like I've been telling myself for ages now, like, whether I should do a vlog about this or whatever, and I thought I'd talk about this on here. And like, I keep telling myself, like, should I do it, should I not do it, or should I say it, or should I not? So I'm just gonna say it. And 1 month ago, on the 23rd of February, I lost a mate to suicide. And just for this little chapter, is just all what I wanted to talk about was just that. And yeah, it's been pretty hard, and it's kind of sucked. Like, I just you know, and that's why I deleted that episode, is because I'm gonna redo it and remake it when I go up Rangi Toto. And yeah, so I'm planning on redoing that episode. And yeah, so I just thought I'd just quickly talk about that, and I don't want to mention anything about that anymore. So that's it. That's the story for SmoogTV. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around, guys, man. It's been an incredible ride. I'll tell you what, it's been one crazy journey. What a ride it has been, guys. And thank you guys so much for coming along on this journey. And yeah, it's been pretty crazy making this. I know, like, the way I've done it is pretty different, but so basically this is like a movie vlog, I guess, so whatever you want to call it, you can call it what you want. But yeah, I just thank you so much, guys, for watching. And forgot to mention one thing, you know, there was one thing that I came up with my channel, and that was my motto, and I say that at the end of every single vlog, and that motto is, thank you very much for watching, guys. Arrivederci, tot ziens, hasta la vista, baby, and kia kaha, stay strong! SmoogTV coming at you live from West Auckland.
A journey of epic proportions.
I'm not giving up on this album. This album is still going. I'm going to keep doing this because things have been trying to block me out. I'm not giving up. I'll never give up.
The COVID-19 show.